final map between these two teams. For these two teams, pistol round is here. EXTREMUM on the CT side. I think this is a good start for them. It can allow them to really establish the momentum early and shut down the Jonji aggression as we see him starting to creep up banana early on. Jakim's ready to meet him with a USP in hand. Swisher maybe baiting out something as well. Jonji's a decoy, which they could use as a fake flash. But overall, a B set piece is ready for Bad News Bears, and a counter has been prepared by EXTREMUM.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. EXTREMUM played on Inferno against ATK, won 16-4. And the players that popped off were Grat and Bentet. And JKim's going to get the opener here, though, in a second over on Jonji. Bentet pitches in as well, and they can't move a step past this half wall. Can the Bad News Bears? Junior gets one, but that is it. Pistol round in dominant fashion goes the way of EXTREMUM, and JKim with the 4K.
Great work there from Jakim. It looked like EXTREMUM were expecting the B play from the Bad News Bears, and they countered it to the best of their ability, which was just about flawless for them. Fantastic start for the Aussie mix, as now they'll look to start and settle things down against what could be a force spike coming out here from Bad News Bears. Just watch those shots from Jakim again. Bentet gets there as well, but the flash from Azure I think we've gone a little overlooked on because it got four flash assists off of it, so fantastic team play coming out from him, one of the veteran Aussie players on this roster. And EXTREMUM are going to take the lead here. Technical pause has been called. Unsure of what the issue is. Probably nothing too serious, maybe a bit of an audio hiccup. But overall, we'll have to wait and see what the Bad News Bears buy is going to be until after the pause has been canceled.
Yeah.
As due to the rules, nobody can talk during the freeze time.
Well, it gives us a chance to talk a little bit more about those stats last time for EXTREMUM on the map. As mentioned, Grat was their top frag, 23-6 with 104.2 ADR and a 1.84 rating. And behind him, Bentet, 20-9, 100.4 ADR and a 1.73 rating. If you look at their stats overall throughout IEM Fall, Bentet is at the top, very close to JKim. 82 frags for Bentet and 81 for JKim, but at the top is Bentet with a plus 22 kill death differential and a 1.37 KDR. ADR lead, though, goes to JKim at 90.8, and I'm pretty sure, actually, JKim has jumped above Bentet. Actually, I'm sure he did with that 4K that he just found in the pistol round. So it's going to swap back and forth between those two players, but they are certainly ones to watch here as we're going to continue here with round number 2 in just a few moments.
They're both very good heavy hitters on the side of EXTREMUM. Grat as well on the op.
Oh, yeah.
Loves to play with that gun. He'll take it aggressive, he'll take it passive, and he's hard to get by. It's not going to be a full investment from the Bad News Bears, however. No bomb plant. They will take the prudent course of action, go for a couple deagles, P250, a flashbang for Shake. Probably the Anders flash play coming in here if they can get something done. Grat swings out into mid, but he's lucky to not be punished. The nade he threw does not do much damage. Definitely not worth the risk there on that initial peek. But he's going to swing out wide again, continue to face, and he will get another kill and be able to fall away. Still alive, but not unscathed. Has Azure with him as well. Spams from Jonji, not going to connect. Well, we are back, folks. Apologies for the disconnect. We have returned, and Extremum won the anti-half bye against Bad News Bears relatively cleanly. So as you can see here, they've only lost 2 players, but now the guns are in the hands of the Bad News Bears. Extremum, 2 MP9s, 3 MP9s of Hamas and an M4. Not the best of buys here. John, Bad News Bears, their buy's not the best either because of their deagle investments from the last round. They're going to have to do some damage with the Galils.
Yes, they will. 4 players stacked up towards Banana Jr. We'll have a peek towards top mid. Molotov was thrown there by Extremum to make sure that a quick push couldn't come through. Now, they're just holding their positions towards Arch and truck side. Jonji will be the first contact here, assuming they go out towards this B site, but no, they're going to wait a little bit longer before they decide where they're going to end up on this map. The smoke does get thrown towards CT to prevent anyone from peeking out there, and that would of course be Azur. But BNB have rotated around here, Austin, and they're just going to bide their time. They're taking their time, which I don't necessarily mind.
Yeah. It's a good look from Bad News Bears, who have been prone to really go too fast, especially on Inferno. They are playing, I'm not going to say with confidence just yet, but they're playing with presence and peace of mind, which is something I like to see. And look, they've forced the rotation back towards B. This is what the slow play from the Bad News Bears is now creating. They have the advantage over towards A now. Only 2 players to deal with, Grat and Liaz. The rotation from Azur is going to come back. Spongy might have Grat up towards balcony. Grat swings in though, but he's not going to fall down. Spongy missing those sprays, doing so much damage. Sidearm out for both players, and it's going to be Swisher getting the first, and Spongy soon to follow. Liaz has revealed his position, though only good for 1. Not a lot of damage dealt to Shake. The bomb goes down for Bad News Bears, but 7 seconds on the clock as the final digit is input. And I think Extremum are going to be content to save here. Bentet does not have a lot of cash, neither does Jacob. They will just hold on to these guns, and we're going to only have a 1-round game as Bad News Bears. They win a bye round that wasn't exactly the strongest for them.
Yeah, it was a weird engagement as well between Grat and Spongy. Both players are missing all of their shots with the SMGs and the rifles, and then the pistol comes out. Spongy finally finds it, and that's the only frag he gets, but it was enough, of course, because there was no longer anyone to worry about up on balcony. Bad News Bears were able to clear out the A site. So, first round on the board. They don't let those first 2 phase them, and as mentioned, slow and steady play forced the rotation around from Extremum. A player was lost on that A site, making it even easier for the Bad News Bears to take. So, Extremum will still have enough money to get going here. It's going to be 2 FAMASes, the MP9, and Grat with the AWP, which hopefully will be a little better than what we saw from his rifle in that previous round.
It's a glass, though, John.
It is.
There's a big risk he's taking here. And it's a couple nades in the hands of the Bad News Bears, so if he eats those early, that op may very well be down and out and be recovered by a different player. In comes the nade stack towards B, however. Jacob takes a ton of damage. And that nade he throws in response is going to land for 0. Banana control for Bad News Bears, which is something we will see a lot of on this T side. This is the Bad News Bears taking control of B, at least that top banana bottom car area. Extremum not getting too aggressive around the map, though knowing that Bad News Bears do like to push the issue and gain their space. But eventually, they will huddle up and find a site to hibernate on for the winter. Spongy's going to be the lurk, though, over towards A. Sometimes you'll see Swisher on that great flash, but it doesn't affect anything. It's a huge trade play from Swisher as it was a trade setup initially, and they still win it out. Jonji with a second duel. That's the B side open. Rotates are going to come in, but do they commit to this rotate? I don't know.
No.
Liaz is not left.
I think they need to get a frag at the very least, but I don't see why. You have a glass cannon on Grat, Azur, and Liaz have FAMASes. There's really no point. They have no money either, so they will be saving if they can, because Spongy is lurking in the apartments. Pretty sure Azur is watching this. He is indeed, so Spongy shows face. Azur should win it. That said, at the end of the day, it's going to be 2-2. The Bad News Bears tying things up here. And Extremum will be able to have a buy-up, a decent one, into the next one with these rifles. I'm assuming JK and Bentet will force up around it.
They probably will. With second round loss, maybe MP9s will be dropped from the likes of Azur and Liaz. But Oh, Spongy does drop another player, and
Oh,
Andrew Fall
that
Jr. Oh, that they might just hero op. Actually, no. I think they're probably going to buy up here around that op.
I don't think so. That changes everything. You know, you lose the 2 rifles, now you only have the op left and 2K across the board. Now they are going to go for a full-on eco, and it's up to Grat to pop off here. I mean, he has to stick with the glass cannon too, because if he buys the
Oh,
armor,
yeah.
it breaks the economy. Oh my goodness. So, Grat, let's see what you got. 4 players for the Bad News Bears are going to be charging up Banana. Now one staying behind with the bomb. Junior waiting with the AWP, looking to win this duel, but he loses it, and the bomb is down as well. That means the Bad News Bears probably going to have to dedicate a smoke just to pick up this bomb here. Grat, opening frag. That is a good one to find. Sheikh Zula throws the smoke here. Was that 2 smokes thrown?
Yeah, one for Coffins too.
Okay.
And they're just going to push on in, but I don't like this play at all. Bad News Bears need to fall away. This is not the fight. This is not the play. Oh, that's a second kill from Grat, a huge one. 3v2. They know the op is here as well, and they are boxed in. Nowhere to run. And look what Liaz has in his hands, John. It's another big green gun. Huge boost up, though, for Janji. They could rotate back towards A through CT spawn, which would be the prudent course of action, as Liaz is just waiting for one angle. Grat is looking for that CT push now. Their window of opportunity is swiftly closing, and they have to make their play. How do they clear this with no utility? It's going to have to be a dry swing from Janji. Grat does not hit the shot. They're going to commit onto him.
Nice.
They double up on it. Huge double play from Spongy and John, leaving just Diaz alone in a 1v2. And Janji, wide swing out. We saw the peeker's advantage come in from Grat in that first peek. Janji shows us right there what happens when you peek with an AK.
Ay, what a play by Janji there to get that last one in particular. Whew. Bad News Bears take the lead, up 3-2, and EXTREMUM, now they can buy up again. Thing is, Grat lost the AWP, and honestly, once Grat and Liaz had the double op setup, I mean, you thought maybe they would be able to come through with the round, but once Grat misses that opportunity to take out Janji, and Janji closed the space, the round was over.
Here we go. Round number 6 now, as Bad News Bears have gained the lead. Jacob takes a little bit of damage towards Banana once again from Janji's nade. Flash goes over, blinds a plethora as they're going to stack heavily towards B. You'll see a lot of teams do this against Bad News Bears, as the Bears, living up to the B's in their name, do like the B site here on Inferno. The bomb's still down towards Team Mid, however, and Janji swings out, gets that opening kill, takes a lot of damage. But when Janji gets activated on Inferno early on, this is a good sign for the Bad News Bears. They are playing with him well, they're supporting him well with utility, or even trades if necessary. And that shot he hit on Liaz in the last round too, that's a very good sign for the Bad News Bears if they want to pull off this win against EXTREMUM and give themselves a very good chance of qualifying for the major.
One thing in particular for Janji is that he's getting the frags in his playground down Banana, so that's going to give him even more confidence. 5-2 right now. He's got a couple of entries for himself, and now he's going to go for another one. No fear. He does go down to Grat. Trade needs to come through. It doesn't. Leah spots out Spongy, then finds himself a second one. It's all falling apart on this A hit. Junior's trying to retreat, but he can't. The Bad News Bears don't even get a proper execute going on that A site. And EXTREMUM take care of business.
They walk into a stack. It was read well by EXTREMUM. After that initial kill, no pressure came to B. So they said, why not? Send that extra player towards A. The utility was not there on the take from Bad News Bears. Only a couple of smokes, no Molotovs to flush out that mini pit position. No real flashbangs either on their entries. It's a bit of a blunder there for them when they had all the momentum going for them and a chance to really grow their lead here on the T side of Inferno. Now they're going to go back to their old stories of B, but it's Junior to push up aggressive on Banana. There's a Molotov down, but Jacob is kind of locked in towards sandbags. As long as Junior holds that angle, in comes more utility from EXTREMUM. And now Bad News Bears know there's a ton of players here, but Jacob is going to aggress down further. Swisher gets caught, Janji swings, but it's Jacob to get both, and he's not even that low on health. He's going to continue to push down, and he's tagged down Sheikh Zula in the process. Benton is here to back up his teammate, as Bad News Bears are hemorrhaging players in health in this round. EXTREMUM taking full control, and now it's just time for them to sit back and wait for Bad News Bears to walk into more crosshairs.
JKM looks like he's trying to repeat his 32 frag performance that he had against Liquid. That one ended up being just a heartbreaking loss for EXTREMUM, 16-19 in overtime. But here's Grat, spots out Spongy, takes him down with the big green, and now you have Shaken Jr. AK and op in hand, 52 seconds left. It's a lot of time. You have to start asking yourself, do you go for the save? Obviously, you'll sacrifice the loss bonus. just to save these guns, but I do believe the op and the AK are more important than that. And you see them posting up in the T apartments, trying to have each other's backs. But this will be a fourth round for Extremum now. It was looking good for the Bad News Bears, winning 3 in a row, but Extremum managed to put a stop to it, largely in part thanks to Jay came towards Banana, but before that, on the A site, a complete shutdown by Liaz.
Another thing, too, Bad News Bears' momentum seemed to end after they walked into the A stack. They had a lot going for them, but then they walk into the stack, they get absolutely nothing for it, and they look a little fragile now. A Bad News Bears team that looked decently strong, especially on those 3-round streaks that they had, but they seem to have been broken a little bit mentally by Extremum in the early going, which is not a good sign. And another bad sign for the Bad News Bears is the fact that Extremum, they don't have to reinvest much into this round whatsoever. And they have the free offer Grat, so that's even more money in their pockets. Full utility's going to come through with no problem whatsoever. And the Bad News Bears investment, Tech 9s on 2, Deagle for Swisher, and a little bit of utility to help them out on a take. Only Junior goes without. But they can still make something happen, especially if they're able to get a rifle off from one of these pistols.
Absolutely. I mean, they had to force into this round, right? Because Shake and Junior walked into it, knocking in loss bonus. I think only $400 on Junior, and that was it. So yeah, everyone else, buy up, bring the economy back to an even point. See what you can do with these Tech 9s and the Deagle. Janji with one of those techs. We'll be walking into crosshair of Grat, and I think that Spongy will need to throw his flash or something. No. Junior actually dry peeks it here, and Grat finds the opener. Grat looking for a second, misses the shot. Now they're exposed a little bit. Swisher gets Grat with a beautiful shot, and a second one from Swish. He's rocking it with the big green. Shake pulls out the AK, gets Liaz, and now they're walking into an A site that's been completely broken open. J-Kame does manage to rotate around from the B site and get the spray through the smoke, but still, the Bad News Bears have a bomb plant, and Swisher just picked up that off the ground from Junior. He doesn't usually use it. But man, oh man, maybe learning a thing or two from his primary opper. As J-Kame gonna pop a flash here. Over the wall, Shake, not really blinded by it, waiting in the corner. They're going to hard clear this, you have to imagine. But Shake wins both fights! They don't even get the trade! Bentet and J-Kame go down. The IGL for the Bad News Bears is just popping off at the right time. Tied up, 4-4.
Shake did say in his interview that he needed to fill some of the gaps left by Peter. Was a very good fragger on this roster. But this play from Swisher, picking up the op, was absolutely incredible. Opened up the round for Bad News Bears. The fact that they didn't get anything up, or any kills from the player on the boost up on porch, then to the flower pot jump, was incredible too. I think the flashbang really saved them there. But overall, Bad News Bears with a massive response in this round. Shake standing tall in the end when he needed to. Spongy's Tech 9 was not the gun to play in pit for that post plant. So it really did rest a lot on Shake's shoulders to win that round. Extremum call a timeout to reset mentally, because their economy can be reset if they lose this round. They're limited to a FAMAS on Liaz. Utility is low for Grat, Bentet, and the aforementioned Rifler. And this is Bad News Bears' chance to take the lead back once again, and then really make the CT side of Inferno difficult for Extremum. Bad News Bears have to be careful to not fall into that trap that they had when they did walk into a stack after getting that opening pick.
Grat has 7 frags on the board, but lost an important engagement there with Swisher, excuse me, as you mentioned. Shakedown going to window room. Grat spots him out and gets the flick. There you go, settling things down for Extremum, giving them the quick 5v4 edge. 2 players for the Bad News Bears have worked their way up Banana. They're trying to counter the utility being thrown by Extremum. So far, so good. You have to wait for this smoke to fade before they take a step further or jump over that half wall. Janji was just exploring to see if he could spot it ahead. But as it stands, the Bad News Bears still biding their time. Some utility will be thrown in by Extremum. Their last smoke, in fact. Only 3 flashes and an incendiary left. And that incendiary is all the way... Actually, it is on the B side, excuse me. Yeah, incendiary in J-Kame's hands, and he will be throwing that shortly to stop this push, you have to imagine. No smokes left for the Bad News Bears, except for the one on Swisher. Spamming through the smoke is Ozzer, as Swisher's moved in towards the flank. They have no idea he's here, so they're going to have to get these frags up front before Swisher rotates around. He gets one, flies around into dark corner. Bentet finds the frag with the A1S, then Bentet pulls out the USP and takes down Spongy. That's going to be it, in fact, with Grat finding the last one on Junior. Unbelievable turn of events in that round. You weren't really sure where it was going to swing until Extremum started to pound the players down to the ground.
That's another round like the one I mentioned going to this one where Extremum rotate in and they shut down the Bad News Bears take without taking very many. That second from Bentet on the USP is huge from Dark, but still, Bad News Bears run themselves into a trap. They're going to call a timeout now to try and respond to Extremums and also get back on the board. Their money, it's dashed against the rocks once more, and at the very least, there's been a buy up from Janji, which could continue into a force buy. I don't think they will hero Deagle here, unless the B pop is the play. But the utility from Extremum has been there to really make sure there can't be any push like that. They are going to invest fully into this round, the Bad News Bears. So I'm wondering what the play is. There has to be a gimmick or something up their sleeve. But Extremum, their economy is still in that red zone as well. They lose some players. That next buy up is going to be difficult, and the Bad News Bears get a plant. Things can be very dangerous in that next round, but Grat has his op, and he's posted up looking for his 10th kill of the game down towards middle. But he falls off, does not want to get caught from alt middle, and now everything stabilizes.
Nice little nade thrown by Extremum down banana there. Swisher gets taken down to 60 HP. JK priming that smoke. Only momentarily, though. He decides to go for the rifle instead. Perhaps knowing that the Bad News Bears could be going for a quick push on an eco. It is actually a force buy here that they went for with only pistols as a result. Interesting decision from them. Janji thinking about pushing through this smoke, but he's just waiting for the reinforcements to arrive. All 5 players from the Bad News Bears poising for a B site take. They will be greeted once more by JK and Bentet. JK sitting on the top of the scoreboard, the only player on the server right now into double digits. Incendiary getting a toss down here, and there's the move by the Bad News Bears, but they walk into what will be just a slaughter. JK gets 2, Bentet gets 1, and a second for himself, leaving only Junior standing, and Junior gets 2! What? Bentet and Ozzer go down. Junior gets a bomb plant. He's got an M4 as well. Another crazy turn of events. I think it's been 3 rounds where just the most unusual things have been going down. Junior could get another one here. He does! Almost clutches the round, but Grat to the rescue, thankfully, for Extremum, because this round should not have come down to this. In no way, shape, or form should Junior have been able to pull off what he did. Extremum, I mean, you did win the round, but you might want to call a timeout and talk things over there.
That's a costly round for Extremum to lose. Their money is broken. They will be able to reinvest by shuffling guns around. But Bad News Bears will be on an eco. That is the one saving grace, unless the Bad News Bears get a little itch and they want to force buy again. I think they'll go for a little bit of upgraded pistols, but nothing really to back it up. Perhaps some utility, but no armor. No full invest at the very least. P250s, Tech 9, Deagle. Dangerous as we saw in the hands of Junior. Actually, there's going to be armor for Janji, so perhaps a little more of a play they want to do here. At the very least, deal some more damage to the Extremum economy, which is very low. Their utility is running dry very early on. But as we stand, it should be a 7th for the CT side, and I don't think Bad News Bears will have much to get back into this one until their guns come out again. But if Extremum could win this half, make it a 10-5, things will get dire for the Bad News Bears. Again, though, we've seen Bad News Bears have success with these lesser weapons, these lesser buys, and Extremum should still be sweating.
They absolutely should be, especially after that showing in the previous round. Smoke's gonna come through from the Bad News Bears. They still have a decent chunk of utility to work with, all flashbangs, but could open up some space for themselves. Look at the presence on the A site for Extremum. If the Bad News Bears did double back, it doesn't look like they're going to, but if they did, they would have had a 5v1 going towards B. That said, well, they are going to make their way through Arch side. The bomb isn't with them. Looks like they're going to try and rotate around from Library. Swisher finds Grat. That's 1 player down. Could be a second. Liaz was very exposed, but he gets the 3-piece. And Azur and Bentet close up shop to give Extremum their 7th. I mean, look, it was just a pistol buy for the Bad News Bears, but again, it made Extremum sweat for a moment.
Did make them sweat, but it wasn't the damage they were looking for. It wasn't the damage that they needed, realistically speaking, either. They're going to buy up into this round a couple Galils, a couple AKs in the op for Junior, who has not had the better of that duel with Grat. If Bad News Bears want something to work off of, perhaps that opening win against Grat would be an option, but he's just going to molly down towards T-Ramp and instead stabilize things, as Janji will go back to his old haunts. He's peeking towards B. Junior, he does have a bit of a broadside. Can show off with Grad, but doesn't really add up to anything. This aggression towards Halls from Liaz, though. This is aggression information that very well might yield a kill. Bad News Bears are not ready for this whatsoever.
Well, Shake does get the opener over on Grat, and now it's going to be a 5v4. Shake. That'll force Azure out of position, so that's good news at the very least for the Bad News Bears, because they can try and clear that out, but they have to be careful of Liaz, who's creeping on forward. He had a peek into bracket, but now he thinks better of it, and he will back off towards the pit.
No utility for Bad News Bears. Just a smoke and a flashbang after that moto smoke fades. The flashbang's been used. It does not blind Jakim, and that levels things at a 4v4. Time is still in hand for the Bad News Bears, but that distinct lack of utility is going to hurt them. They're going to have to win some big gun duels here. The ace is hard to take. They have one thing going for them. There's only one man holding, but Liaz swings for making a third. It's all down to the low HP Jonji, and he's going to be able to get one at the very least, perhaps a bomb plant. But John, EXTREMUM are at the very least going to secure the half. They're going to pick up 8, and that's all thanks to the solo heroics of Liaz. John will dash away into mini pit. He'll hold, he'll wait, and he'll pray that his HP is enough. He gets one, but only one more. And EXTREMUM finally get that 8th on the board. Bad News Bears on the plant can buy up again, and it'll probably be stronger in terms of rifles than the last round. But will they have the op for Junior again? I don't know, and do they need the op for Junior is a better question.
Well, they're going to have to find a better way to take Arts than that, of course. JKM was able to take care of business, and then towards pit, Liaz, the 3K. Unreal work there by EXTREMUM. It's the second time Liaz has been called upon towards that A site, and he answered the call pretty handily. Now EXTREMUM ensure themselves a lead heading into that second half. And the Bad News Bears are back onto the pistols once more. Another eco, or I should say half buy coming through, because they have almost full utility around these pistols, and they still manage to stay above the 2K mark. They're going to throw a lot of that utility towards top mid. Jonji has made his way into window room.
Looks to be an ace set here from Bad News Bears. Smokes are going to flood in. Jonji has a flash prepped as his half buy is going to bust out now. Grat is still here. He's going to go through a smoke, but Azure has the first. Makes it a second as Liaz does a little bit of damage and is finally finished off. Grat, though, catches off the next player. That's Jonji trying to squeak into Graveyard. That's a 4v2 in favor of EXTREMUM. And, well, that's going to be a nice shot to land on the Shake. More damage done. Spongy falls, and it's all down to the IGL. Not much of a prayer this round, and he gets wall banged by Grat in the end. No escape and no survival. 2 more rounds to play in the half, and this one looked very close early on. It has slipped quickly out of the hands of the Bad News Bears and into the firm possession of EXTREMUM.
Yeah, 5 rounds in a row for EXTREMUM off the backs of JKM and Grat. Of course, Liaz can't be forgotten either. All right, Bad News Bears need to find an answer here. They will be back on their rifles. Maybe this is their chance to turn it around. At least get a 5th on the board before all is said and done in this first half of action. Perhaps off the back of Junior, who they have relied on to frag out throughout IEM Fall, but right now, only sitting at 6 frags on their T side. Typically, well, I don't want to say typically, it depends on the team, but oftentimes you'll find on T side they're running rifles across the board, but Junior is so heavily invested into using that op that it's very difficult to put him on a rifle and have him still be as effective. So I understand the decision here, and of course he can pull it off under most circumstances. The thing is, well, so far it hasn't yielded much in their buy rounds.
And John, the thing is, too, I think the op is such a requirement for Bad News Bears right now to deal with Grat. And the op has not been able to deal with him either, which is the biggest problem. If Junior's op was winning the duel against Grat even 50% of the time, this is a different story, and the op will be paying off for what its job is to do, to get that opening and get that sniper out of the hands of the CG side. But as it stands now, ooh, nice work there by Jakim. Spams away, nades away, gets that kill free on the Jonji. But as I was saying, as it stands now, there's no real reason to keep investing into that op, because Junior is still a very capable rifler, and perhaps trying to rely so heavily on the op duels is something that's holding Bad News Bears back in this game.
Potentially. Jonji being down so early in the round is certainly not going to help their cause here. Shake walks in, gets one. JK trades it back with Spongy with the trade right on forward. Oh man, they just can't keep the bodies up and running. Spongy, the last one standing, does get Azur. And we'll have to go back to pick up the bomb. This gives Extremum a chance to rotate on forward. Spongy. And just dedicate the plant here. Oh, no, he's dead. Yep. Rat will take him down, and that's going to make it 10-4 in favor of Extremum. They've hit double digits. The bad news bears, well, I mean, they don't get the bomb plant, so that's going to make it a lot tougher to buy up here. They should still be able to get a couple of AKs at the very least, but you're probably going to see the Galils come through for everyone else.
Yeah, Spongy has that AK. I think it's going to be Galils across the rest of the board as they'll want utility. Something that has been lacking for Bad News Bears has been utility management, or making that utility count for the most part. In Extremum, they put an 11-4 on the board. That is almost a deal breaker for Bad News Bears and will just about end their trials in this tournament. Because that's what's at stake too, realistically speaking, between these two teams, is which one is going to get that second place spot. There's a major on the line.
Absolutely is, as Leah as well. He's going to get one finally traded out by Shake. So it opens up a lot of space towards Pit. Extremum trying to close the gap now. And the Bad News Bears wisely back off of that position. They've gotten to the heads of Extremum. They're going to force them to go into those apartments and make sure that the Bad News Bears are not there anymore. So they do exactly that. So now the information is there, so they can move up a little bit, maybe have a peek towards mid. The Bad News Bears, though, have returned towards top mid. Gratisfaction tosses out a flashbang. And now is staring down into Boiler with the AWP. Bad News Bears still have not made their move. I think they just wanted to use a little more utility towards the A site, but that does give a chance for Extremum. And JK threw a banana. Great flashbang thrown by Bentet, but JK only gets one out of that. So now that gives a little bit more space for the Bad News Bears to move up. Will they expect Bentet to be on top of Sandbags is the question. They do not. Bentet gets one. Shake trying to come around the corner and get the trade. He can, but it's too late. Azur right behind him finishes off the job, and Extremum walk into the second half with an 11-4 lead. We'll be back after this quick break.
Broken bones and a bloodstained flag. Open road and nomadic plans.
Welcome back, folks. Just to regroup over what is at stake here. A spot in the playoffs of the final RMR for the Stockholm Major is in play. This one map will decide which team has that advantage, and I believe if EXTREMUM win it, they get that second place spot, and they secure themselves a spot in the Major. So much to play for, so much here, and they have a massive lead coming into half number 2.
I think if Extra Salt manages to win over Liquid, though, it will be a 3-way tie, Austin. And then it will be extremely interesting between Extra Salt, Pain, and EXTREMUM, assuming EXTREMUM win here. So there are a few different scenarios that could come through. It's actually kind of wild, but either way, of course, EXTREMUM would be taking one step closer to getting to that Major with a win here. 5v4 in their favor in this pistol round once more. Oh my goodness, if the Bad News Bears ever needed a round, I know it's cliche, but this pistol round is quite important for them. Shake, gonna be watching with the USB. The smoke looms right next to him, tapping away through the smoke. In fact, excellent flashbang thrown by EXTREMUM to gain the space into the site. Now it's up to the Bad News Bears to win these duels. Flashbang thrown in return by BNB, and Junior gets a frag in return. Then he gets a second and a third. Junior doing the work here for his team. Swisher and Spongy now have to close it out as Azur takes down their IGL. Azur doesn't have the bomb on his back, but what a recovery there by the Bad News Bears, and in particular Junior, who, as mentioned, was quiet in that first half, but what an explosive way to kick off this second one. It's not over yet. They still have to find Azur. And Azur does tap around. He gets tagged down to 40 HP. Can they finish him off is the question. They can. Spongy takes him down 11-5 in favor of EXTREMUM, but the Bad News Bears a chance to build their rounds off of that pistol round victory.
That is a massive play from Junior, and there's a reason why we call that spot emo in North America. That has got to make you angry, just die into that dark cubby every single peek you make. But if Bad News Bears needed a hero, Junior, he's trying to become it. Will he live long enough to see himself become the villain? That's the question here. Bad News Bears, anti-eco incoming. M4 on 2, MP9's on 3, just looking to farm up some cash, minimize casualties here. And Junior, he goes for a little bit of an extension, doesn't really take too much damage, and the nade down Banana does a good amount to Grat.
LNG spamming through that smoke with the MP9. As the Bad News Bears are on the anti-eco. They only have 4 Glocks and a P250 to worry about here. As Liaz will slowly but surely make his way into the apartments. 4 players from EXTREMUM leaning towards that A site. Only one at Banana. That's Grat. And I think he's just looking to make some noise here. He's already down to 37, and I mean, no matter what you do, you only have Glocks in your hands, right? So Azur is going to go down to Junior pretty handily. Jonji peeking back and forth. Continues to tag Grat down to now 18 HP. And, well, EXTREMUM do manage to hit Jonji. That's a good dink. Taking him down to 27. That'll force him to fall back. So now EXTREMUM can work their way up Banana.
You know, we saw a round, I think it was yesterday, where Glocks almost won, so it's not impossible, however unlikely. That dink does make it a little more so. And John's going to be the first point of contact. But here comes Swisher 1, looking for the second. Jonji gets dropped, but Swisher has a bit of a chance to farm. Goes to the sidearm, and he falls as well. Junior has to come in to salvage the day as Jakim taps away. Damage, not the kill. 6 runs on the board for the Bad News Bears. But here comes test number 1 for them, converting this round against the full buy from EXTREMUM. They lose this one, things will become dire very quickly.
And here's the thing, right? On CT side now, Junior can really settle in with that AWP. As mentioned, it's not as easy to run the op on T side of Nuke. You don't really have many engagements to take aside from the one down mid, and of course down Banana, but even then you're always at a disadvantage. So now Junior, where is he going to post up with the big green gun? Will be down mid. Gonna get that opener. Doesn't peek out just yet. In fact, he's waiting right next to Boiler. Nice nade thrown by the Bad News Bears to get Grat down to 37, though. Here comes the utility. The Bad News Bears even more. Junior does find that opener. Shake finds one on Grat with the Molotov, but in return, Bentet burns Janji to a crisp as well. Shake continues to fire away there down Banana. Azar is down. 4v2 in favor of BNB. JKame and Bentet still standing, but combined only have 110 HP. They are going to work their way up here now. Still the bomb on their backs. It's technically a 2v2, at least onto the B site. But if the Bad News Bears find the trades, they should be in excellent position to win this round. JKame creeping around the corner with the AK. Swisher right next to Emo. And his teammate, Shake, on top of New Box. This is actually a really good position for Shake. I don't think Extreme are going to clear it out right away. In fact, they spot out Swisher. This is kind of what they wanted, but no, they don't even get the trade. No, Bad News Bears, you gotta get that done. All right, bomb plant comes through, and now it's a whole different story here. Extremum on the defense. They got JKame, their top frag, at 20, who has really been lethal here. And likely do the damage to secure the round. That nade is tossed, and it will connect to get JKame down to 44. And the positioning isn't too bad for the Bad News Bears because they have a bit of a pincer, right?
Yeah, they do have a pincer, but I do like the reposition from Bentet to go in towards Church. Junior still has that op 2, which limits them on the retake. A lot's going to rest on Spongy to get this entry. Does he clear New Box, though? The time is so low. They have to make a move. JKame pops, and that's the round right there, John. There's no way they come back into this. They're too slow on the take. They're too methodical. The op comes back to bite them. JKame does fall to the bomb, but it's a 12th on the board for Extremum. They win a very ever so critical round, a round that they had no business winning given the 4v2 and the positioning of BNB on that initial entry to the bomb site. This is dire now for the Bad News Bears.
I didn't necessarily mind the positioning for the Bad News Bears on the B site. What I did mind was not getting the trade. You absolutely have to. There's really no excuse for that. Maybe Shake should have fallen off of the top of New Box and gone for cover behind it to try and get a better angle for the trade, but still, I mean, either way, it should have come through. And the Bad News Bears, not to mention 4v2. I mean, plus low HP players, there's really no excuse to lose that round. And I mean, good on Extremum, of course, JKame in particular, who's now up to 21. Well, Extremum are feeling good. They're going to charge up Banana. They've already thrown a very deep Molotov to push back the Bad News Bears. And the Bad News Bears, they forced up into this one. They want to try and get that 7th right on back. Janji waiting here. Good flashbang thrown, but he can't capitalize. Bentet will find the opener. Swisher, on the other hand, does get one before going down. The thing is, B site is gone. Economy is really bad, and you don't want to throw away the op. So
and they're
it's
going
to be a save. Yeah.
So they had only pistols on the B side. It's where Extremum want to target. It's where they run them over. I think Swisher was expecting somebody to have continued through that smoke and not find anyone behind him, and then got mowed down by the players moving forward. Overthinking the situation a little bit there for Swish. But in the end, Extremum will get that 13th round. Bad News Bears now sit 7 behind, still at 6. There's going to be another investment from the Bad News Bears. Perhaps SMGs will be dropped over to them from surviving teammates like Spongy or Shake Zula. It's very dangerous, though. Extremum, they only really need one more round win to reset Bad News Bears and then explode. They'll get to that 15th. Getting that kill for Bentet is absolutely huge, as it really eliminates the major factor of that hold to the 5-7 spamming away. Unfortunately, that flash didn't come through for the Bad News Bears, but for Extremum, they weren't really too fussed about it at all. They just held their ground. They played their game. They did not over-aggress the situation either, aware of the possibility that there could have been a stack. But Bad News Bears are just using the rifles they saved and pistols out. This is a very conservative strategy, knowing the Bad News Bears.
To be honest, I don't necessarily mind a conservative strategy given how things have gone so far for them here. Nice nade thrown, though, by Extremum. Junior does get the opener, but look at how much damage Janji has taken, down to 6 HP, and Junior at half health. As a result, Grad is going to push up here. Why are the Bad News Bears rotating off the B site so aggressively? I feel like they might have spotted something. Maybe the bomb was shown. That's really smart if it is the case by Extremum to pull the players off the B site and potentially give an opening there if they choose to fall back. But now it looks like the Bad News Bears have adjusted quickly, thankfully, at least for their sake. But Grad is still waiting here. comes through here. He should have an easy frag onto Swisher, but no! Swisher spams through the smoke and gets it. AK's on the ground. He can't pick it up. Junior just has to fire here, but the timing not there. Junior does go down to 4 HP, and now Azar takes down Janji. 4v3 in favor of the Bad News Bears. They have a chance to get a surprising 7th round victory here, but Azar slowly but surely trying to get things back under control. And yeah, Liaz through the smoke connects on Swisher. 3v3 still. Liaz goes for the flanker, and he does take him down. 3v2, only 34 HP combined for Swisher and Junior. Junior has to keep that op into the next round. He cannot risk it. Swisher, on the other hand, with a FAMAS, can try for something, but he will get absolutely nada. Junior backs off. Extremum 2 rounds away from getting their 3rd win in IEM Fall on the board, and with Liquid up 15-7 over Extra Salt. If Liquid close that one out and Extremum get this one, they will secure the 3rd spot.
That 3rd spot, I believe, would qualify. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's gone from bad to worse now for Bad News Bears.
No.
They lost the op, and I don't think they have the funds to reinvest into it. That's a massive round from Liaz. We've said that a few times about him now, too. His pit play, this last round, great reading, going back and forth towards Banana and then hunting that last player as the low HP member of the squad. Junior does have the op. This is last ditch buy, though, for the Bad News Bears. And it's a glass cannon op at that. Spongy. He's also had minimal impact in this game. It's been a rough one for him. They've not really tried him over towards A, which is his usual domain as an anchor. Shake's been boosted up again. They have no knowledge of his positioning over here. They've not hit the site just yet. They've not even aggressed towards brackets and found out that the IGL for Bad News Bears sits up top. Spongy has an opportunity, but he sprays too wildly. It's Shake to get one. They know where he is, but he's able to get a second before he's traded. Dropping down, Shake has the bomb at his side, but Jakim has the headshot from Pit. 3v3 as the A retake is already coming through. Janji looking for that apps player, but the B-hops are there. And Azar will retreat towards the site. The bomb will be recovered and planted on A momentarily. Grat peeking in towards Boiler, looking to clear things out, but he has not cleared middle just yet. Could get blindsided by Janji if he doesn't clear the stairwell, and he does not. Janji catches the kill, and now things swap over to Bad News Bears, a round they cannot afford to lose. Azar recovers the bomb and dives in towards site. As John goes through apps, the last players are splitting. One through library, one through arch, or rather through lane. And one final in apartments. In comes the utility, in comes the jumps, in comes the retake. Janji with one, Azar on site, looking to be the hero. And he is gone. Janji gets 3 kills in the round, but it's really Shake's initial double kill that salvages this round for Bad News Bears, because without that, it's a 15th for Extremum without a question.
Yeah, at the very least, something built up here for the Bad News Bears as they pick up a 7th round. Looking at the economy for Extremum, it hasn't exactly been the easiest road to getting to 14 because they lost a lot of bodies throughout that time, but they should still have enough to get the AKs, at least Galil's and AKs, up on the board with full utility to help them out, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Over on the Bad News Bears, they have the op back in Junior's hands, an A1S, an A4, and 2 AKs to round out their buy. Look, the Bad News Bears lost a match where they had a 15-4 lead on Inferno. Anything is possible. They could come back from this, as Azar will burn to a crisp, thanks to a good Molotov thrown by Janji. Throws a nade afterwards, and it will connect for a bit of damage, but with that done, you have the 5v4 advantage. There's no reason to re-aggress, and they will wait for the arrival of Extremum, potentially onto this B site. Janji peeks around the corner, gets 1 and a second, looking for the 3rd, but can't find it. Bentet will get the trade, but at the cost of 2 players. 4v2 in favor of the Bad News Bears. Swisher falls off of Coppins here. Damage done to Liaz and Bentet. They might be able to get a bomb plant out of this. Can they win the round again with the numbers disadvantage? This would be catastrophic, of course, for the Bad News Bears if Extremum are able to pull it off, Austin.
They're giving them the time and the space to position. They're giving them time, burning down that clock. And now with Liaz holding Banana and Shea clearing up without a flashbang, he's sure to be found out, and Liaz has been clinical from these positions. 2 rotating in from Church, Spongy making noise towards CT. Bentet still living in towards Dark as well. This is a terrible time to take you. They have to move. But Shaky finishes the first. In comes Bentet, but he falls to the ground as well. Bad News Bears They narrowly win this round. They do it clean, which is probably the most important part of this victory. If that came down to 1-2 players alive, the economy battle is lost and they are broke, with Extremum coming for that 15th round. A massive win for them, and it's this flashbang from Swisher that enables Jonji to get those 2 kills. That sets up Bad News Bears well. Bad News Bears starting to find some stabilization again, starting to find some form. Can they continue with it? Hero rifle for Jacob? There's opportunity here for Extremum to pull off the win.
Absolutely is. The thing is, they're managing their economy pretty well, to be honest. AK, as mentioned, in the hands of JK. And look at Junior. He gets pushed upon immediately and gets taken down to 32 HP by said AK. That library space has been opened up very briefly, but Junior will not shy away from the battle. He continues to hold that angle to ensure his teammates do not get overloaded onto this A site from Arch side. Junior, oh no, goes down to the deagle of Grat. That is a beautiful Wandig through the wall, in fact. And now Shake has to do work he can't either. The AK doing so much damage. Bentet spots out Spongy just when it was looking good for the Bad News Bears. Extremum storm onto the site, a limited buy-up. They had enough money to go into the next round and buy anyway. But now, I'm not even sure they're going to have to worry about that. Jonji, through the smoke, catches off JK. There is a smoke in his hands as well, so he's going to toss it forward. And with Swisher pushed up towards Truck's side, there's still a chance for the Bad News Bears to pull this one back. But Swisher going to have to do some damage here, walking onto the site. He does get Ozzer. Good flashbang thrown by Jonji. Finds a second on Lee. Has a chance here for the Bad News Bears. Bentet hiding over at Graveyard. Deagle in hand, Jonji sticks to the fusel and he will get it. Bentet finds both frags, so no guns carried over. Thankfully for Jonji, he holds the defusal. The Bad News Bears get a 9th, but they lose all of their rifles.
That's a round to call a timeout after, for sure, for Bad News Bears. That is horrendous. It starts with a missed op shot out towards Archers. It follows up with a fail on the site hold, and it's an overwhelming deagle performance from Extremum. Bentet to Engraver, they don't clear. I think it's a smoke that allows Jonji to get that defuse. Either way, he's able to stick that bomb, hide and stay alive long enough to get the defuse. Bad News Bears looking in good spirits, though. Smiles on their faces, which is a good sign for them, especially after coming out of that one with a narrow victory and having their economy all but reset. Jonji's double-opping now. They've gone for the secondary big green gun. And look at this lane presence from Bad News Bears. Spongy's going to go back and check apartments. Jacob has not been spotted just yet. Shakes up on the flower pots once again, playing anti-flash. Shots ringing out. Nothing happening as Extremum are going to pace back towards B. The bomb is down in mid towards T-Ramp in control of Azure, and they'll figure out where they want to go from there. Looks like it will be an A commitment, using this B play as a bit of a fake. But Bad News Bears are not buying this, and I think they're going to boost up Spongy or Swisher, somebody over on towards that new box area. I think that actually is Swisher, who's boosted up by Jonji. Now in comes the A take from Extremum, but they are spread out. They only have 3 here, but the blind Shake Zula can find nothing. A lot rests on the shoulders of Junior here as the Opper holding the site.
Extremum are going to fall off after finding an opening frag. But the Bad News Bears have not readjusted off of this B site. Jonji with the AWP pulls out the knife at a horrible time, and Bentet will get the free frag on him. Extremum flirting with a 15th. Still Swisher here on this site. He gets cleaned out very quickly after finding one, and now only Spongy and Junior left standing. And this is where that previous round where Bentet's able to get those 2 deagle headshots after the bomb's defused comes into play, because there would have been a little more money at the very least for the Bad News Bears to play with into the next round. But look at Spongy and Junior now, 950 and 250. They have to save here. They have to play for overtime. And an update, Liquid have defeated Extra Salt. That means if Pain beat ATK, the winner of this match gets the 3rd place spot.
That's a lot at stake. It's those RMR points where Extremum are in a much better position than Bad News Bears, who desperately need this. Junior hits 1 on the save attempt, but they're going to collapse in. Grat has come through the Archimoto side of things. Azure pushing up on Haycart, gearing in, eliminates Spongy. Junior stays alive though, but still, that's 1 more rifle gone. And look at the loss bonus from Bad News Bears. It's non-existent. They are broke. Are they going to call timeout? I would suggest they do.
Actually, Payne already getting that win over ATK, by the way. So yeah, the winner here, 100%. They got it. They got that third spot. So Extremum, 6 opportunities now to secure it. The Bad News Bears forcing up whatever they can get. It's going to be a Deagle, a 5.7, a P250, an AWP, and the MP9. The AWP saved over, of course, in the previous round. Junior gets the opener on Bentet. It's all down to this for the Bad News Bears. You got to win 6 in a row to stay in contention for that major spot. Smoke going to get tossed out here. And I think, as you were going to say earlier, if Extremum win here, in fact, they will secure a spot in the major with the RMR points that they already built up, and no one else would be able to overtake them with extra salts eliminated and the Bad News Bears as well.
Would be huge for Extremum as they continue to work their way up towards A. Pistols are here to deal with them. Spongy has an MP9. Damage exchanged back and forth. Spongy run over, as is Shake. Swisher, though, still holding the line, but only good for one. Junior and John G, the pair of J's, need to come in and try and turn this round into a W for Bad News Bears. The smoke will fade momentarily, and Liaz over on balcony drops down in mini pit. In a more defensible position, utility is in the hands of Junior. Flashbangs too, and a smoke as well. Shot does not connect, though, for Junior. He might go back and take another one if Grad peeks out, but it's a good little bit of damage here from Grad. Jonji peeking in, though, as the first. For the next one, there's one in mini pit. Junior's hit a wall bang. Jonji sprays away for the player in big. They know where both these players are, but they have no nades to flush them out. Here comes a shot from Liaz, and now it's all on the shoulders of Junior. He was a hero on the pistol round. He needs to be one again, but he gets caught. Swap